joining me in casting to debate such important issues as is Chris Froome doping and cycling, which shop has the best fish and chips, and which is the best doctor, David Tennant or Matt Smith, is Wakey. How's it going, buddy?
How's it going? David Tennant is the.
I agree. Yeah,
best,
I think so too.
Best doctor.
Yep.
Hands down.
I mean, I like it's like different. It's not better or worse, just different. I think. I don't know. I'll play devil's advocate.
Yeah, definitely.
I like them both.
Yeah, definitely different.
Either way, we've got some Dota going on. I imagine. So we'll go ahead and jump into that game. Defending those ancients.
Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Right.
So do you think A.P.E bans out Luna this game? Because I really feel like Lucy has been playing a very good Luna. Both games really found the farm, so we'll see what happens there. Let me make sure all my mic settings are good. Okay, good. I'm paranoid. I forgot to turn my mic on 3 times last game. So like the whole drafting phase, it was just like my mouse moving and like me talking to myself, and no one on stream could hear. It was quite embarrassing. But we are good today. We'll see a first ban Invoker from Annie. That's something that's been relatively common in the last few games in the tournament. I feel like Invoker's a hero that has a really, really high skill cap, obviously, and you really just want to keep that out of the hands of a solid Invoker player. Similarly with Visage. So Ape will go ahead and ban the Visage out. Not really surprised to see that. And Annie will go ahead and ban Bane. So that will let a lot of really strong heroes sneak through. I mean, we'll see what the second ban from Ape is here with TGC doing their drafting. I mean, Bristleback, Death Prophet, Venomancer, Doom, Slark, all those heroes have managed to sneak through so far.
I wouldn't be surprised
Luna,
to see...
I mean, there's a lot of really strong heroes that have pushed their way through here. We're going to see a Timbersaw ban, so Ape has banned Timbersaw all 3 games so far in the series, so that's not something I'm really surprised to see.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Venomancer and a Bristleback picked up in this game. We haven't seen it yet in this series. And 2 really, really... Well, we haven't seen the Bristleback yet this series. And we see the Venomancer come straight out from Annie.
Yep. And Venomancer's still so strong. One of the best heroes to have in a tri-lane. If your hero... Or if you're the player playing the Venomancer lands Gales, it's just like guaranteed kills just repeatedly. Just rakes in the cash and XP, so... We will see what Ape wants to do here with their first 2 picks. Mirana Bane's not on the table, but they could do... I mean, we will see a Clockworks. That's a really strong hero. Very popular recently. And we will see a Luna from Ape. So they will, instead of banning the Luna, they will pick her themselves. And that's a very early pick on that. So that will give Annie ample time to counter Luna with 4 heroes. And they will start with the Bristleback, which is a good way to go, in my experience. Bristleback is pretty good right now.
Yeah, I think we might see a pretty strong pushing lineup coming out from Annie to try and counter this Luna with a lot of early aggression. I think that's something that we can expect to see probably coming out from them. And I think in terms of Ape, they're just obviously picking up 2 really key heroes that are really strong at the moment, and maybe just going back to their roots. I mean, the 2 things that they've tried in the first couple of games haven't really worked, so just going back to basics and starting with what you know and what you're comfortable with is probably not a bad decision on their part either.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. So,
5
oh
seconds
gosh, getting chatted up. This is I gotta mute my chat again. So yeah, this is one of the things that a lot of people might not have a lot of experience in playing. Is when you play a best of 5 series like this, you can have. I mean, when you play the same people over and over again, you have to have different strategies. And Ape in the first game especially came out with a really cute strategy where they picked up an Ember Spirit. It didn't work out at all, but that's a game where they weren't really playing standard, so it's not something that they have as much experience with. So perhaps they could have started with something that was standard and gone for more cute strategies later on. And now since Annie is up in the series with 2-0, I mean, essentially, obviously you don't want to completely make a game irrelevant, but they could go for something extremely cute and just crazy. I mean, we saw them do a level 1 Roshan last game, which is
10 seconds
a cute strategy in and of itself, but we could see another pocket strat from them, because this game they can basically afford to lose, and if they go for a really huge pocket strat, I mean, either it'll work or it won't.
Reserve time.
And it'll usually be a stomp, or I mean, it'll be a stomp one way or the other. Pretty much. It's very rare to see a pocket strat go sort of like late game like that. But they don't really even care if they lose.
I think we might see a Pugna picked up by Annie actually to play the mid role. And the only reason I say that is because we've obviously had the Death Prophet banned out by A.P.E, which I think is a really smart ban. Bearing in mind what we said, when the team fights start, or when you're trying to siege uphill, or even when you're defending, if you've got the ghosts and you've got a hero like Bristleback who is so unbelievably tanky, that creates two unbelievably tanky heroes that are doing damage the whole time throughout the fight. We've got the Quill Sprays coming out from the Bristleback, and we've got the Ghost coming out from the Death Prophet. And they actually, Annie actually banned out the Tinker in reply, and obviously pushing against March of the Machines is a really tiresome thing to have to do, and therefore having a Pugna, it might be the option they go for instead of the Death Prophet, but we'll have to wait and see. Alchemist picked up by A.P.E. What do you think about that pick?
I really think that they're going back to a strategy that they feel comfortable playing. And Alchemist was one of the most popular heroes in the past, and the nerf to his stun has really made him not nearly as good as he was. He's still fantastic, but obviously, I mean, the stun before was pretty obviously overpowered. So I think broken. That just going forward with what you were saying earlier, I really think they're just picking heroes that they feel comfortable with, and they just really want to put their best foot forward here and potentially try and take a game here. We're going to see a Rubik picked up by Annie, so
10 seconds remaining.
Rubik is a fantastic hero to play if you know what you're doing with him. I mean, telekinesis is good all game long, and spell steal can actually, obviously can turn fights. So. Oh gosh, we're going to see a Shadow Demon from A.P.E, so that's relatively interesting. We'll see if Annie bans Mirana here. That would certainly be what I would do after seeing a Shadow Demon pick up. Mirana still in the pool. And they need an offlaner. Well, they don't need an offlaner. They can offlane Clockwork, I guess, but...
It's a really strong tri-lane actually coming out from A.P.E.
Yeah.
Alchemist, Shadow Demon, and Luna.
Yeah, Luna, Elk, Shadow Demon. That's a really nice combination, but... I think Alchemist just is one of those heroes that contributes so nicely with tri-lanes. I mean, if you get any hero with a disable of any kind, be it a slow or a stun, it really makes it easy to land unstable concoction, and then he's really good at roaming, really good early smoke ganking middle. Just a really nice hero. And then late game, of course, he with Grievel's Greed, he just goes absolutely, the farm rate just shoots through the roof. So he can actually come in extreme late game scenarios. He can actually come well farmed to the fight, where other supports like the Venomancer's never going to come to a fight with an AC, Mjolnir, Heart, BKB.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually really do like the Shadow Demon pickup. It's something non-standard, but they might... I mean, Shadow Demon is actually quite good when you have someone who really, really knows how to play him. So I'm happy to see that. Oh, goodness. Ooh,
it's another strat coming out.
Happening.
Holy mother of God.
Oh, gosh.
We've got Morphling. I haven't seen Morphling played for so long.
God, I played Morphling in a pub game a few days ago. I random pretty much 100% of the time when I play A.P.E.
Yeah.
And I sort of I was just sick of Captain's Draft because I was sick of playing like Venomancer, Visage, and all those heroes. So I just got A.P.E. and I randomed Morphling, and it absolutely did not go well at all. It did not play very well with Morphling, and I just thought to myself, I was like, I was 5-stacked with some guys I know, and I was just like, God damn it, sorry guys, I just really didn't get going. Morphling just isn't very good, I think, and all four of my team was like, yeah, he sucks, Morphling's terrible, he's no good. So we will see if Annie can make this happen, and if they do, that's really salt in the wound for A.P.E. to get knocked out of the finals by a Morphling. You just don't want that to happen, but I don't know, Morphling's...
I think he used to be such a strong hero.
I'm sure he's better than I thought he is yesterday when I was getting blown up playing him, but I really think he's not that strong of a carry. His flash farming is not very good, and he's extremely
the reason he went out of I think he got, it might have been his base damage was nerfed slightly, and obviously waveform, his first move, it was removed that he could attack during waveform, and use items and things like that, and that was actually added back in again
10 seconds remaining.
In the last patch of Dota. So
5 seconds remaining.
That's maybe why we start to see a recurrence. He's very much a 4 protect 1 though, which isn't really
certainly
how these strategies
you really
want to
get that butterfly, ethereal blade,
Yeah.
sphere before you're really wanting to take a fight, and it's like your whole base is in ruins, and you're like, all right, we can maybe take a team fight here, but the game's already over. So we'll see Drow Ranger and Storm Spirit banned out as the 5th bans, and we'll see a Shadow Fiend, so things are getting really haywire here. We see a huge amount of burst DPS potential from Ape. It would be an interesting thing to see a disruption into Requiem of Souls from Shadow Fiend. We're going to see a Queen of Pain. So
yeah, definitely.
I'm actually excited to see Queen of Pain. I've seen her a little bit. She's one of my favorite heroes to play. I love ganking mids. That's probably my favorite role to play, just because you can always make plays and do fun stuff, get kills. So Queen of Pain.
Yeah, exactly. It's much more exciting than like a Dragon Knight.
Yeah. Or just like playing Venomancer. It's like, oh yeah, Plague Wards again. I de-warded, but my team.
Yeah,
I de-warded, but my team didn't notice. Like, they're pissed off.
Yeah.
Like, why am I not buying more
like 100
smokes?
sentries this game.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah. That ward got that I should get the assist because that ward got the assist for that.
Because that's scattered out the opponents.
Yeah.
In stealth.
Yeah.
Like, Veno, you're 3, 5, and 19. What's wrong with you, man? You're feeding. Come on, man. It's like 19 kills on the board, 19 assists for the Venomancer.
Yeah, but 5 deaths. Feed.
Such a feeder.
Feed.
So who do you think has a better draft here? I think it's really sort of a toss-up. I mean, we're going to see a tri-lane Luna, Alch, Shadow Demon, of course, Clockwork offlane with Shadow Fiend mid, and then we'll see Venomancer, Morphling, Rubik in a tri-lane with Bristleback offlane and Quap mid for Annie. I don't know. I don't know who has a better team right now. I feel like I give a slight edge to Annie just because they have the Bristleback. But they have the Morphling too, so I feel like Morphling is like negative on the total net sum of their hero strength, but Bristleback balances it out a little bit. I don't know. What do you think?
I've seen Annie run Bristleback before, and I think Bristleback's such an insane hero at the moment. When I play Captain's Mode with my team or some people that I play with, he's the first hero I ban because I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want to have to deal with the Bristleback in a game. He's such an annoying hero, and the fact that in a tri-lane, when he's up against a defensive tri-lane, he can get kills is what annoys me. Like you go to kill the Bristleback, and he will just kill you instead.
Yeah. Bristleback is sort of like Timbersaw in that you can put him up against a tri-lane and he just gets triple kills, and it's just like it seems like it's so easy for him to do that. So I definitely agree. My first 2 bans are usually Death Prophet and Bristleback as well. So I'm with you on that one. And if not that, it's the Timbersaw. So it's 2 heroes that sort of fill that role. So we'll go ahead and introduce the players here. Playing for Annie, we're going to have Greed playing Venomancer for, I believe, the 2nd time this game? Or this series? We'll see Murd on the Bristleback.
The first game.
The first game, yeah. We'll see Lucy playing that carry Morphling. We'll see Psychedelia playing the Rubik, and Ape playing the Queen of Pain. And then for Ape, the team, we're going to see Affinity for STFU playing that support Alchemist. We'll see TGC on that Shadow Demon, Yilius playing the Clockwork, Kid Named Jurster on the Shadow Fiend, and Karama playing that Luna. So, let's see. I was going to make some comment about something. Oh yeah, we see right now Lucy. I know the game is paused because there's some people who have some computer overheating problems, but Lucy's doing the smart thing here and skilling Morph first, and then morphing in the Fountain. He's actually morphing Agility Gain right now, so we'll see if he changes that to Strength, or if he really wants to go to lane with 359 HP. Usually you morph a few into Strength, just to make sure that you're not going to get blown up, but that will hurt your last hitting slightly, as Morphling is an Agility hero, so we'll see what happens there. There he goes, morphs back into Strength, so we'll see how much health he actually wants to go to lane with. Looks like 435 will be just fine for him. So he will have actually morphed into some Agility there. I think Morphling's base HP is 500 or so before you morph, so he's actually going to come to lane with some bonus damage, hoping that his supports can zone him out. And man, that's a neat set on Psychedelia's Rubik. Check that out, those shoulders especially, even though they're common, those are pretty cool. Always fun to see the cosmetics that these fine Dota players bring to the table.
30 seconds.
Yeah, it is. Like you see them play like the Kunkers, for example, with the Lothars, like you said, like last game.
Yeah, dude, I want that one so bad. I got
I know.
Gosh, what did I get? I got a Luminous Edge on my Sven a little while ago, and I thought I was like hot shit. But then, of course, I started watching these games, and it's like, man, I really need to play 10,000 hours in this game and get all those cosmetics.
Yeah, I know. I think what would be the one cosmetic that you would want if money was no option? Money was no option. Which cosmetic would you get? I know what I'd get.
I don't even know. I avoid thinking about stuff like this because it's never going to happen. I'm
It makes you upset.
inclined to think some kind of a courier just because they're so fun to have. But I don't know. I mean, you seem to have one locked and loaded. What would you get?
I'd go for the Ursa Alpine set straight off the bat. I'd get that cowboy hat roaming around on Ursa.
Nice.
Get someone to back me up as Wisp. Yeah, definitely.
Did that hurt?
Such a funny set. Oh. I had, do you remember the Dro cat set that was in the store? Went into the store a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
I had a friend buy that because it was going to go out the store and become immortal, similar to the Ursa set. So I thought that was quite funny when it never happened. Anyway, should we talk about the game?
I think that might be a good idea. We actually saw TGC and Affinity for STFU smoke.
Yeah.
And then they got the rune and their smoke was broken, and then they smoked right back up again. And Ape is going to go ahead and skill Blink here and get out. That is 200 gold down the drain for Ape.
Oh, they're going to be. He's going to be in trouble. He's going to die. Oh, let's calm down. I don't understand what just happened. I don't know why he stayed.
Yeah, I don't know either, man. I have no explanations for you.
So yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yep, I have no answers for you. So we do see TGC going to hang out mid here a little bit, just to help his Shadow Demon get the first few Necro Monastery charges, and then he'll rotate away. But that's going to leave Merge solo against Kurama, so that's really not the ideal situation that you want for your Luna.
No, I absolutely agree, and we can already see the harass that the Bristlebacks managed to do on the on the Luna. Such an annoying hero to play against.
Yeah, I mean, Bristleback is just one of those heroes. I mean, the reason I ban him so early in drafts is because you have to pick so many heroes to fight him. It's like as soon as people pick Bristleback or Death Prophet or Timbersaw, you immediately have to commit three or four heroes just to the job of keeping that that one hero down. So it really gives a drafting advantage to the team that gets that hero.
Yeah, I agree.
Invisibility.
We'll see Alchemist pick up the invisibility rune here. We see Ape doing a really good job of controlling runes early in the game, but with the supports, they will take a bit of a disadvantage in the XP gain. They will suffer some level loss from this, but they will be looking to roam extremely early, and Alchemist is a fantastic hero to do that with. But we can already see Annie responding by roaming a Venomancer themselves. And that's going to leave Lucy on the Morphling and Psychedelia on the Rubik 2v1 against this Clockwork. So Clockwork's not going to be able to make Lucy's life very hard, to be honest. It's going to be very hard for Clockwork to get up and try and outlast this Morphling.
Denied.
As I said, of course he gets a deny.
But
But I don't think that the Clockwork is going to be a danger in terms of killing the Morphling. So to counter that, Murd is actually going to be, a profound, clear and present danger against the Luna. So Luna will have to work harder than Morphling to get farms. We'll see if she's able to do that. And we see Murd going for 2 in Quill Spray, 2 in Bristleback so far. We'll see what his next skill is. He'll probably be in Quill Spray. But this is the build that you go when you're offlane Bristleback. You just say forget goo. I don't really need the goo. I just want the damage reduction from Bristleback, the ability.
Too bad.
And it is, even though it's a percentage-based thing, it is so good early in the game. It just makes Bristleback impossible to kill with a Stout Shield. It's fantastic. We'll see
it's a really strong build.
Yeah, we'll see Greed doing some stacking and pulling here, just to try and keep that lane pulled back away from the Clockwork. And Clockwork is level 3, but Bristleback is level 4, so a little bit of an XP advantage there. We really want to keep an eye on the Shadow Fiend, though. We'll see the Queen of Pain get this double damage rune and try and come back mid. Oh gosh, we might actually see a bit of engagement here. Rubick's going to telekinesis the Clockwork up onto the high ground. What a play that the Gale doesn't connect from Greed, though. Oh man, that was so good by Psychedelia. If you guys didn't see that, I didn't get to that fight until that was barely ending. Clockwork was down here on the low ground, and the telekinesis lifted him up and then down onto the high ground. What a play. Goodness gracious, that was fantastic.
Yeah, really good play.
So
just unable to get the body block.
Yeah,
they're going to go on it again here, actually.
Oh gosh, he's dropped the
He's
cogs.
already used cogs, he's gonna be in trouble.
The Gale has
I'm
connected, so he will go down.
Reclined.
And that will allow the AD supports to TP, or to not necessarily TP, but roam around at least, because now the lane is uncontested for APE. So that's always really important. As soon as you get a kill and secure your carry farm, it's good to smoke right away and get some other kills mid. And I would hope that they would go and do that right now, because they're up against a Shadow Fiend on the opposing team mid, and that's a hero who you must gank. You absolutely cannot let Shadow Fiend go. He's already stacked this large camp once. We will see if he wants to do that some more. Shadow Fiend just one of those heroes that snowballs absolutely horribly if you let him go. Played by a strong player, Shadow Fiend is one of the worst snowballers you can play against in the entire game. He will place a ward in the range of a Sentry, which is unfortunate for him, and it will get scouted out. So we'll see if they can get up there and do that. But yeah, he's just going to go stack some more camps, and they must gank him if they want. And he must gank him if they want to stay in this game.
Yeah, really, really strong here. Similar to the OD that we saw Annie play. If it starts to take off, it will take off, and it just makes the game impossible for the other team. And like you say, especially with the stacking the camps here, I really like this in the jungle, stacking this large camp, and then like you move off once the lane pushes, or it becomes a bit unsafe, or maybe the other team rotate a support around you. Just quickly walk into the jungle, a few raises, clear the camp, and stay level and start extending that gold lead.
Yeah, there's just a way, there's just a weird rhythm you can get into with the raises. There's just a way the creeps walk down the lane and you just hit all the raises and they all just evaporate, and then it's like, well, what do I do with this time? I'll go stack camps. So Shadow Fiend's one of the few heroes I've ever seen actually crack the 1,000 gold per minute mark in a game. So clearly a demonstration of that. But he's actually not that dangerous if you can just gank him early. But Annie have been unable to do so thus far in the game. Their Queen of Pain has had fantastic room control, though, so we'll see if Queen of Pain can get out there and gank a little bit. I would give the edge in ganking to the Queen of Pain just because of Blink Scream and the mobility, but Shadow Fiend is certainly more dangerous when farmed, and if he continues to stack this camp, he will be. He'll miss that one, but he's already got 3 or 4 there. So there we see the Scream from Ape, just trying to burn through some of his mana, just so we can use that regen to the full extent.
Radiant's top tower is under
We'll see.
attack.
Actually, Mert's going to go ahead and get disrupted here. We see 2 TPs in from the Queen of Pain, as well as the Rubik. We'll see Telekinesis on Kurama. We'll see Lucid Beam, and it comes from him, and he's going to immediately kill the Scream, take so much of his health away. He's going to actually go for more here. Ape's going to drop the Shadow Strike there on TGC, potentially Affinity for STF. Yeah, actually, Affinity for STF has no mana, so we cannot even stun. So that's what I was just talking about.
Crazy.
Queen of Pain, a fantastic ganking hero. She just TP'd in there. Blink Scream does so much damage. We see Ape going for the most popular build like Queen of Pain, where you just max Scream. And he might even come back.
And I think
he could probably go on Shadow Fiend here. Shadow Fiend's only got 650. There's the Blink.
He's going to go for it. He's got the ultimate as well.
The ultimate? Yes, he does. A few right clicks.
He doesn't quite have enough damage.
TPM from Shadow Demon will fend the Queen of Pain off right now, but we'll probably see Kid named Jurster actually have to go home here. He has no bottle charges, but he does have 1,000 gold, so we'll see what item he wants to go.
Yeah, and in terms of that top engagement at top where we saw the Luna fall, I think it just shows the power again of the Bristleback. Like, it's such a tanky hero, and they try to dive it and bring it down, and it gave time because it took them so long to get him to a position where they could start actually killing him. It gave time for the supports and obviously the mid hero Queen of Pain to come in and gank. And oh my god, the Shadow Demon's just going to melt here.
He's actually going to get the disruption up, but we'll probably see a Blink Scream here to secure this kill. It doesn't even need it. One right click from Ape, that'll be it. So nice shot from him.
He was out of position.
Yeah, he was just trying to tend the lane while Shadow Fiend was off, filling his bottle, going home to the fountain, but a little too greedy there. Perhaps forgot that he was landing against somebody and paid the price. So let's go ahead and take a look at the net worth in the last hits. We'll see, actually, Morphling 2,000 gold, or 1,300 gold ahead of the Shadow Fiend and the Luna. So Morphling finding a whole lot of farm right now. Luna finding a decent amount in her own right, but I really, really feel like that's a big advantage for the Morphling. I mean, we'll actually see a Gale Connect on Ilias here. He's going to drop the Cogs, try and get out of here, but the waveform from Lucy through the Cogs, and he's going to tank a few Battery Assault charges, but he doesn't need to worry too much. He does secure that kill there, and he does have that Ring of Hell, so we'll probably see him go into a Lincoln Sphere. A really good idea against the Shadow Demon and the Alchemist.
Dire's middle tower
it will
is
take
under
the
attack.
team as well, but he's really going to be looking to get disruption rather. And if we take a look at the levels as well, that's
Dire's
really important
bottom
because of how much
tower
roaming
is
has been
under
going on.
attack.
We see Ape actually very XP gutted right now. We see Shadow Demon and Alchemist both level 4. They've been doing so much roaming. And they haven't gotten a whole lot of kills for it. I mean, there's only 1 kill on the board for Ape right now. We
Dire's
see the
bottom tower
Venomancer
is
and
under
the
attack.
Rubik actually leveling quite well. But Shadow Fiend does have 36 Necromonastery charges, so he will be able to start ganking relatively soon. But Quap's going to get another rune. I mean, the rune control from Queen of Pain has been phenomenal this whole game. And that's such a vital aspect of the mid-roll.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see Blink Scream
We
on
might see
Shadow
the
Fiend.
engagement again.
Yep, it's going to have a Shadow Strike, but we'll see another TP in from the Alchemist. So, really nice team rotations here, but Alchemist will actually self-stun there. Good thing that the Queen of Pain didn't see that, because that could have been ugly.
Yeah, especially with the regen rune as well. And Shadow Fiend's actually level 9 now, so he's going to take a point in his ultimate, and I think we'll probably start to see him rotate around the map, and like you say, try and get some kills. Heroes such as, the Rubik and the Venomancer are so squishy at this stage of the game that it'd really be like a couple of raises and a couple of right hits, and they'll go down pretty easily. So I think it's a good time to start rotating.
Yep, I agree with that. I mean, we'll see the Bristleback probably going to go for a Vanguard here. Really nice item to get if you can get it early, and you usually can as the Bristleback.
Yeah.
Even up against the trial.
Yeah, anything under 15 minutes. Anything under 15 minutes for a Vanguard is a pretty decent timing, and this is going to be around about 12 minutes. In fact, he's got it now. So
fantastic time for that. I mean, before 12 minutes is indicative of bad things going on in the game, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how that comes into play. I wonder if we'll
bottom
see...
tower has
So
fallen.
we do see Luna with the Midas, so she probably had that a minute ago. And we see this bot tower actually getting pushed, so Ilias on the Clockwork is actually having a really hard time dealing with Morphling. But I feel like that's not necessarily because of the Morphling, but just because of this Venomancer. Again, maxing Plaguewords first, which is a really smart decision. And just Venomancer is just so strong, gives you so much map control early. See Bristleback get a solo kill, or not really a solo kill, but he gets a kill on Shadow Demon rather, in conjunction with that Rubik with Telekinesis. Quap will get another rune, and they could go for Luna here. Kurama's just trying to creep in the jungle, just please let me get some money, but we'll see Blink Scream and a DD rune from Queen of Pain. Kurama knows he's
yeah, this is gonna be a dead Luna.
No way he gets out of here. There's a stun from Alchemist, but it's not gonna be enough. So much damage from Ape.
The Alchemist is gonna go down as well, and the Shadow Fiend's actually TP'd in, and I think the Shadow Fiend could go down as well.
What are you on about?
He manages to get some decent right clicks out on the Bristleback, but he's so
Ape's
tanky
gonna blink
with
back
that
in. The
Vanguard.
double damage on Ape. They're gonna go man versus man here. Oh, Ape's gonna get the kill. And that's really bad for a kid named Jurster, because he will lose so many souls for that. An early game like this, I mean, 12 minutes is such a key time for Shadow Fiend. You can either finish a core item before 16 or 18 minutes, or you don't.
Dire's bottom tower is under
that's like
attack.
the prime time for snowballing a Shadow Fiend. Oh, we'll see Hookshot not connect from Ilias on Greed. And we'll see actually Greed come in here on Ilias with the Gale. He's got a lot of wards already down. You can probably chase here. Rubik's gonna go ahead and spell steal Cogs. Whoa, what was that? The Cogs had disappeared on my screen. We see Telekinesis on TGC, and then Psychedelia drops the Cogs and drains some mana. He will get the Fable kill on that.
Really good play.
Fantastic play. Psychedelia has played a phenomenal Rubik.
Dire's top tower
That's
has
the second
fallen.
time
Yeah, he's played a really good Rubik.
Yeah, he's made plays from nothing. See, Ilias can
and
actually
in the
catch
Roshan
out
pit.
Lucy here. Oh, a little bit of an engagement there. He's going to morph as much strength as he possibly can. But the Battery Assault just does so much damage. I'm not sure if Lucy can get out of here. One more right click will do it. Ilias will have that Rocket Flare coming off cooldown, so he will just launch that and probably secure this kill. No, are you serious? Launch the rocket, bro.
Oh, he could have done it. He had the mana for it and everything.
Gosh. He's going to instead brick it against this Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain will eat a stun, so Affinity for SCP is going to come up. Dangerous to get
And the ward's actually going to kill off. The ward kills off the Clockwork as well in the background.
Gosh, that's a nightmare scenario. Greed's on the run here. Affinity for SCP's chasing. We'll see if he can't get the kill. There's a Plague Ward to slow him down. That will be enough. He will TP out of here before Murd can come around and put any DPS into him. But a bit of a misplay there from Ilias, I think, on the Clockwork to not kill that Morphling. It's so vital.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Morphling's got 2,000 gold in the bank, and he has no real items completed yet. He's trying to go for an ultimate orb after this Ring of Health, which is, greedier than just going for the Perseverance.
Yeah, I think at the moment, I mean, obviously, Annie have got quite a big lead that they're pulling out in this third game.
Yeah, I mean, it's
and I don't really, I don't really think it's that much due to the draft either. I just think it's misplays maybe coming out from APE. Obviously, the Shadow Demon getting caught mid and feeding to the Queen of Pain, and then you had the TP supports coming in top when really the 3 heroes of Annie were a lot stronger at that point, and especially with the double damage up on the Queen of Pain, I'm not sure maybe the Shadow Fiend should have come in there. And then, yeah, just now with the Clockwork. Should have fired the rocket and would have got the kill on the Morphling, but instead Morphling's going to make it back to base and actually has the ultimate orb now as well, so
yep.
a bit closer to that Lincoln sphere.
And I know on my screen the little like match point indicator things are suggesting that Ape is ahead 2-0 in the series, but that is incorrect. Annie is actually ahead 2-0 in the series, so that is I will take full responsibility for that. Yeah, my fault. So we're going to go ahead and see 3-man smoke out here. TGC, Affinity for STFU, and Yelius are all smoked. But Morphling has already set up that morph target. We'll see the Venomancer Gale doesn't connect, but the ultimate does. See Yelius trying to escape here, but he's not going to be able to get out. There's a disruption.
What a defensive disruption!
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. It's not going to matter though.
Still going to go down, but...
Yeah, we'll still see Lucy if he can't get out of here alive. He's got that morph target. 3 seconds on that. He's going to try and stay and get a few kills on that, but he should try and get out of here. Actually, she's just going to stay and morph strength. So that's a 3 for 2 right now for Ape. Affinity for STFU is going to get telekinesed and thrown up in the air. Lucy's actually morphing to agility for bonus damage right now, and he's going to have to try and morph back into strength with that Shadow Fiend coming into play.
Tower is under attack.
But man, what a fantastic team fight. Absolutely great there. 4 for 2 for Annie. And they're playing extremely good. Telekinesis actually on Shadow Fiend as well. Morphling's going to waveform through. Kid named George is going to take a lot of damage. He's going to raise here and get the kill.
Oh, well played by the Shadow Fiend. And the self-disruption as well. They might be able to... Oh, I know he's going to go down.
Bristleback's going to get the kill with the kill spray. Yep. Psychodelia is going to actually get that Soul Catcher with the spell steal.
I think he's going to go down as well, though.
Yeah, we'll see if Julius can get the hook shot off on him or a rocket or something. Actually, we're going to see Alchemist rotate up here, and they're going to try and jump on Greed. We'll see. There's the battery assault from Clockwork. Greed's probably going to go down here. Oh, actually, Magic Wands, he might get away.
Oh, the one charges.
Oh, Julius
the slow from the wards.
Julius bricked the hook and got a creep. Oh, so disastrous. Was it the concoction get tossed? It's going to only be 1 or 2 right clicks. 36 HP should only be 1. And there's the Clockwork going to get the rocket. And Bristleback won't chase that Alchemist. I feel like he probably could have gotten that kill.
I think he could have got the kill there. Yeah, I agree.
But
with the nasal goo.
Yeah.
And the really low armor.
He couldn't know though. There's 4 up, so for all he knew, the Alchemist had friends, just playing safe. But Lucy's gonna have that.
Yeah, it was a really good play actually on the bot. Oh really? Oh god.
He's still gotta get the Void Stone, but it's anything before 20 minutes for Lincoln Sphere is pretty good. But we do see Luna with that Helm of the Dominator, so the Ancient Second will start shortly, I am sure. Yeah, in fact,
that is the good thing about the Luna, of course. Even when you are behind, the ability to catch up Flash Farm.
Yep.
Even with the Shadow Fiend as well. In fact, those heroes are both really good at doing that. So I definitely wouldn't count Ape out of this game yet, although they are behind. As long as they manage to keep up their tier 2 towers, I think.
You're gonna see Karami get jumped in here. There's the telekinesis. That was a very easy kill for Annie. 4 on 1. They're gonna push a tower for that as well. So, oh man, when you're playing carry, you just have to be relentlessly out there to try and get the money. But sometimes it backfires in your face like that. We'll see a really aggressive ward here placed by Greed. That's a really interesting ward position that will never get dewarded in 1,000 games of Dota. See telekinesis on TGC, he's gonna get killed. Elias is gonna hook it in on a creep. Look at the cogs off on Greed. Venomancer ultimate only hits on 1. Lucy's gonna start morphing strength. He might go down here. Affinity for STFU is on the hunt. He's gonna try and get a kill. No, Lucy's gonna stay alive. Queen of Pain's in the mix as well. She gets a kill, or no, she doesn't. She actually just contributed a lot of damage, but it's gonna be 2 for 2. But it's Luna and Venomancer and Rubik for Shadow Demon and Clockwork. So it's just the supports. But man, Annie was playing very aggressively there. They really looked like they were trying to push that tier 2, but I don't know if that was the right decision. The Lincoln Sphere is complete on the Morphling though, so I really feel like they can afford to be aggressive, actually, with all their item progression. After I've doubted their strategy in the mere moments ago. But we do see an Orchid on Queen of Pain as well, and she'll go in here on this Luna. There's the silence. We'll see if she can get another blink in. No, she can't. Shadow
clear of it, I think.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend is around, so it's probably a good idea to not chase like that.
Yeah, when you can't see the heroes on the map, it's always a risk that you're just going to blink into all 4 heroes and then...
It's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna run up this ramp. Doot, hero.
Yeah.
Like, easy kill.
Exactly.
So. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the net worth. I was trying to a moment ago, and there was a bit of an engagement, but the Morphling is still extremely high on the net worth chart. I don't know how he's managing this. He's had pretty much free farm. The Clockwork was unable to contest him a whole lot, but I mean, to see a Morphling outfarm a Shadow Fiend 20 minutes into the game is fairly impressive, considering the Shadow Fiend didn't get smoke ganked a huge amount, and just had the Queen of Pain to deal with. So.
Even the Bristleback's net worth is pretty high as well. Like, it's actually above the Luna from the side of 8. So it's like to have your off lane more farms than the enemy's carry.
Yeah, I mean that's more evidence to
telling.
ban. The more Dota I cast and play and watch, the more reasons I find to ban Bristleback first ban. It's just one of them.
Dire's top tower.
We will see the BKB complete on the Shadow Fiend.
Radiant's bottom tower
that's,
is under attack.
That's a solid item to get. Ooh, we're actually going to see a smoke here from A.P.E. We'll see. Oh, that's instantly broken. Actually, TGC is going to get immediately blown up by the Morphling and the Rubik. That was very awkward. We'll see the Bristleback eat the stun from Alchemist, but Yelius is going to come in here on the clock for Onside Delia. Nice use of that Requiem of Souls. He's going to try and raise the Morphling, and he's going to get him. Morphling goes down.
Huge ultimate coming from the Queen of Pain.
Yep. But again, it's a 4 for 2 for Annie. Even though the Morphling went down.
Tower is under attack.
Oh gosh, and they're actually going to GG out of this already.
I am ever so grateful.
Possibly a little bit
Dire's top
preemptive
tower
on the GG,
is under
but
radiant victory.
Thanks.
Annie just played a fantastic series. You really have to hand it to them. This is the first time I've been able to cast them, and they lived up to the lofty expectations I had of them. They played fantastic Dota. Everything just seemed to work out for them. I mean, sometimes it might have seemed like a little bit of luck on positioning and stuff like that, but it was just good players make plays look lucky that are really actually skilled plays, and you've got to give it to Lucy. I mean, we saw Lucy play Luna twice fantastically. Psycho Delia played a phenomenal Rubik. I mean, that was the best Rubik I've seen all tournament, and we saw Murd play a Clockwork in Game 2 that was just mind-blowingly
Pretty insane.
Good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think just the consistency over the 3 games coming out from Annie is probably what's going to get them the win as well.
Yeah.
They're just so consistent on all of the heroes that they played. They didn't make many mistakes, and that's what's got them the win. I think they take it into the mid game and they make it say, well, we'll play each other on equal ground, and whoever makes the mistake will lose the game. You know, it gets to that point where if you lose the hero, you lose a tower, and I think that's the way Annie decided to play it through all 3 of those games, and they come out on top. But really good games.
Yeah, really fantastic play out from Annie as well. I'm being messaged right now from an AD2L guy. I'm not sure. They want to try and get an interview set up with one of the players, but Annie is. They are from the. They are Serbian, so I'm not sure how good their English is, but it's a possibility we might have an interview with one of them. I'll keep you guys posted on that. I'll keep the stream running for a little bit, but if not, that will be it for today. It was a 3-0 in this best of 5 by Annie. They played some very good Dota. We'll go ahead and jump out of this game right now so we can see. You guys can see my face. There we go. On the Havoc Dota background. So, nice. So, I am Sir Jeezy, and I am glad to bring you some of the AD2L content for today. We will have more games from the Tuesday groups, who are, I believe, in the round of 8 right now. So that will be obviously on Tuesdays, and 1 game on Wednesday. So I'll probably be casting some of that. If I'm not casting some games, other casters like Coddle Guy and Toffees are both very good casters, and they will be available probably on the AD2L channel. You can also catch some of my content on another channel called twitch.tv/HavocDota, where me and my buddy Havoc do some commentary on all manner of games. But yeah, I am Sir Jeezy. Thank you for joining me. Joining me again from across the pond was Wakey, so it must be late over there in the UK. But,
yeah, it's pretty. It's just coming up to 11 o'clock now. So
nice.
that's going to be me for the evening. But yeah, it was a pleasure to cast with you. Really,
too, man.
really enjoyed it. So.
Yeah, I had a great time. It's the first time we've ever casted together, so I will look to cast with you again. If you need